Well, good evening, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I've been waiting to see this actually come up, and finally on Over the Cap, Tyler Smith's contract, the details of it. The devil is in the details. I think that's, baby. Besides you looking like a devil in the red dress without a red dress. What is that the way the saying goes? Devil is in the details? The devil's in the details. I'm going to say the devil's sitting over there looking. You my devil, baby. You my devil. But the devil's in the details. And so when you hear a contract of, $94 million, 4-year deal, you say we can't afford to pay people and stuff. Now, here's where it actually gets to be really, really good, besides that woman over there. Where it really gets to be really, really good is the details of it. And the reason why this deal could be done the way it was is because they still had time to work with the numbers. This, in essence, is an extension of what's already there. They had this year's contract, his 4th year, and the 5th-year contract, and then basically the money is put on after that. And by doing a big signing bonus, you get that out of the way early. So let's check it out here on Over the Cap, how it all breaks down. So this year, we end up having the highest paid interior offensive lineman on our roster, and this year it only costs us $7.4 million. It's up slightly from what it was going to be from his rookie year by $2 million, but that's no big deal, okay? It's no big deal. It's still a great, great price tag for him. The Dallas Cowboys right now have gotten Osin Digizua, Deron Bland, and you see the value of Deron Bland when he's not there. Tyler Smith, CD's contract, Dak Prescott's contract. Did I say Deron Bland? And who am I missing? Oh, Ferguson. All locked up, and we still have $31 million. Now, check this out. Now, see, here's where people are going to say, oh, my God, he's $26 million cap hit next year. Well, yes, that is true, okay, because it's got all of the guaranteed money that's left on the contract. Next year, we can be done with the guaranteed money on his contract, in which case, if things don't work out, you could release him without a whole lot of pain. But here's what I'm going to tell you is if you do not touch that number, the years after that, $15 million, 22, 27, 23 are so manageable because the salary cap will continue to go up. But if they need to, the thing that's built into this thing, check this out. If you go to Over the Cap, and I need my big head's in the way, but let me move it down. If you go over here to Over the Cap, over there where it says dead money and cap money, and there's the little arrow there. If you click on that arrow, it will open up other options. These are the cap numbers if it's pre-June 1st cut, post-June 1st. Trade pre-June 1st, trade post-June 1st. Restructure or extension. So we're going to click on restructure. So what you see is with Tyler Smith and a guy who's only 24 years old, I think it's safe bet to say we can restructure that, and I think he's going to be okay to play further. You can restructure his contract and get yourself $16 million, $16.6 million.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Yeah, that's extra cash to be able to sign others, okay? So, you look at that and say, well, we don't really want to restructure him. Well, guess what? That would be the franchise tag price for a player of his ilk. Yeah. Yeah, if you were going to franchise tag him after next year, that would be the price as it is right now, which means it would go up even more the following year. So when you look at that, $26 million, that's slightly more than what the 5th-year option would be, but you've got him locked up until 2030. So this is where doing these deals early makes so much better sense than what happened with Micah Parsons. I think in the end, what happened with Micah Parsons is they just weren't sure that they wanted to invest that kind of money in one player. And I think we're trying to read into it more than maybe what's there. But that's typically what we've been doing for the last, 30 years is we lock in on a couple of really good players, pay them a boatload of money, and then we don't have money to go ahead and get more depth. What the Cowboys are trying to do, instead of saying we got 5 or 6, 7, 8 really great players, is they're trying to bring up the rest of the roster. Yes, you're going to lose some of those top-end guys, but you bring up the rest of the roster where you look at it and say, okay, we're better off. And I'll give you a great example of the difference. If you remember last year, we heard Stephen Jones say after getting CeeDee Lamb done, well, CeeDee Lamb, he's going to have to get himself, 3 or 4 more touches a game, because he's got the big paycheck. Yeah, well, the problem with that was he broke all the records getting 10.5 touches a game. Now you're talking about him getting 15. He's not going to physically be able to hold up. And that's exactly what happened last year. You look at this year, you got George Pickens, you got CD, you got Ferguson, you got Javonte Williams, and you've got a young offensive line, and all of a sudden you see the offense being better than saying we're going to pay just a whole lot of money to one guy. And I think that is the philosophy that they decided when it comes to Micah Parsons. If we pay Micah Parsons a whole lot of money, $47 million, then we can't go ahead and get like Clark and stuff in the middle that's going to help clog it up. We can't go out and get a Clowney and add him to the mix. And that they're going to try something different. The thing is, you kill them when they don't bring in other talent and stuff. You have to at least say they're trying something different. We'll see if we get a different result. But if they do deals like this, to know that you've got the highest paid guard right now and the worst year that you have is next year at 26 and 29, $27 million. This is a great, great deal. And I have to slow clap and applaud the Cowboys for getting this one done. Now, we still got $31 million, and we've gotten all of our big players locked up. Now's the time to see what else can we do here. You got Clowney. You still got $31 million. I'm one that says we still need help in the secondary. Maybe it's not Stephon Gilmore, but I can guarantee you there's somebody out there that can help until we get the troops back. That's my thoughts. You got anything to add, baby? Ooh, that deep breath was adding a whole lot to the mix. I'm just in love with you, baby. Use my baby doll, and you look beautiful over there. All right, we got the game coming up in about 15 minutes or so we will see you guys there. Peace out.